So first thing you need to do is find some frames that you like, and you're going to take the glass out. And before we work on our glass, we want to clean it just to make sure there's no extra oils on there. Next, you want to grab a spray bottle and you want to fill that up with some white distilled vinegar. We're going to spray the white vinegar on one side of your glass. Then grab this really cool stuff by Rust-Oleum. It's called Mirror Effect, and go over top. And by using your paper towel and dabbing, it's going to create a design and kind of a pattern which lends itself to look really antique. So after we have this dried, you're going to flip over your glass. We are going to spray an even coat of the black paint on the back. And what this is going to do is it's going to reveal, after we do this, all the open spaces from where the vinegar was kind of removed. These are so cool. Look how cute this is. How beautiful is that? It looks like you bought it from an antique store.
Grab 4 basic mirrors from Walmart. Reach for one of the 4 mirrors and spray on some water. Then I'm spraying on some silver hammered spray paint on top. Use paper towels to blot the coating. Continue to spray on even more water. Add more spray paint to get the desired look and complete the same process for each of the mirrors. I attached all of the mirror pieces to layered cardboard to achieve a unified appearance. That's it. Now you have an antique glass look mirror for a lot less. I hope this inspires you to try this vintage mirror hack.
I scored this mirror at a yard sale and it was so far gone that I got it for like a gonga deal. I've already kind of taken it apart and washed all the separate pieces, and so we're going to put it back together, and then we are going to bring this mirror to life today, you guys. There are places, you guys, on the back of this mirror where the paint is already starting to chip off and to fail a little bit. And I kind of want to go in and exaggerate those places. I'm just taking a 220 grit sanding paper and I'm actually just kind of agitating those areas where the paint is already failing in hopes of revealing more glass on the back of this. And so I don't want to kick up this dust. So what I'm going to do is take my towel here and I'm just going to wet it with some water so that I can wipe this up. I guess I could just wet that too, huh? And just wipe up this dust so I don't kick it up around my shop. So now we have these areas that you can see here, and we can go in and we can actually decoupage the back, you guys. So we'll have some of that floral peeking through the mirror as well. Now the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to prime this. I always like to start my decoupage with a bright surface because I feel like it maximizes the artwork that's on the decoupage paper. We're actually going to be using Wise Owl's white primer. And this primer is just going to make sure that we have good adhesion because our surface isn't perfect, and that we block back any bleed through that may occur. For our next step, we are actually going to decoupage this frame. I'm really excited about this because I think this is going to be so pretty. And I know that we used the grungy floral on our last video too, but I really do love this design, you guys. So this is recycled decoupage paper and this design is called Grungy Floral. I'm also going to be using Wise Owl's varnish, and I'm using the matte formula because I prefer matte, but you can also get satin in the varnish. Because of the size of the sheet, I think we're going to be able to just lay it over the top of the frame. And so I'm going to figure out where I want my different elements to lay on my frame. And I'm just going to trim this while it's over the frame. And I want to be cautious because it has to wrap around. So I want to leave enough of an overhang all the way around so that I'm able to decoupage and wrap the paper all the way around the frame. And so I'm gonna be pretty generous when I go on the inside to trim this around. And then I will save this piece for the other side. Now, I don't want to leave this straight edge over here to try to have to match that over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting around these details so that when I overlap, it'll be less noticeable. I think I'm going to start here in the center on the top just to make sure that nothing shifts once we start decoupaging. And so I've decided where I'm going to lay it. And we are just going to start with a nice anchor, right? This is going to be our anchor for the whole piece so that our paper doesn't shift once we start. Now, in these areas where it's wrapping around, we're going to put some slits in here. Just to relieve the tension from the paper so that it can lay down flat along the edge here. And now we're going to just flip this around and work on the other side. Now this corner here where our pieces are going to meet are going to overlap some, but it won't matter, you guys, because it'll just look like it's meant to do that because we took the time to fussy cut here, and so we don't have like a super straight edge. You guys see here I underestimated how much I was going to need to cover that area, but it's no big deal. I'm just going to take this little leaf that's here and this piece and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to fussy cut this out and decoupage it right over that spot, and guess what? No one will ever know. So this leaf is going to be more than enough to cover that hole, and it'll just look like it's part of the paper. Let's set this aside and let it dry, you guys, and then we're gonna work on the actual mirror. I am like super excited about this part of the project, you guys. So there's one change I'll be making for this part of the project. I'll be using Wise Owl's varnish in the satin formula, you guys, and so I'm just gonna use random pieces, you guys, and I don't have to be super careful because no one's gonna see the back of this mirror once I put it into the frame, right? So we just want to have some little peekaboos coming through. So we're just going to put the product down, and this time we'll be laying the decoupage paper down face down. Right over the top of that space where the glass is being revealed. So now that my frame is all decoupaged, you guys, it's time to trim. And so we're going to use our sanding block. I have here a 220 grit sanding block, and I'm just going to take it over the edge of my frame to trim off any decoupage paper that's hanging off of the edge. And how pretty is this frame? So now it's time for us to drop the mirror into the frame, but because of the age of the frame, I want to make sure that it's going to be nice and sturdy when I hang it on the wall. So I'm going to drop a bead of liquid nails on the inside of my frame before we put the mirror in. Now that we have the liquid nails in place, I'm going to attempt, you guys, to drop this mirror into my frame. So with a little coercion, we're able to get this back into the frame. So now we're just going to apply a piece of plywood over the back, and then we'll come back and show you guys the frame in the space.